So today's Kathanjali session, we are going to learn about how can you become a great reader. The session will be conducted based on one Bhagavad Gita shlok, story, riddle, scientific research and task for the day. So here comes the first Bhagavad Gita shlok, which says, Tatvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanai jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. What that means? Tat, that, vidhi, yani ki that truth. Vidhi, jano, try to learn. Pranipatena, by approaching a spiritual master. Pariprashnena, by humble inquiries. Sevaya, by rendering service. Upadekshanti, that means can impart, that Guru can impart. Te, unto you, to you. Jnanam, jnanam means that knowledge. Jnaninaha, because that Guru is Jnaninaha, enlightened. Enlightened with what? Tattvadarshinaha. They have realized the truth. Therefore, they can guide you properly. So, here there is three important words that we need to take care of. That is pranipatena. First is that we need to approach the Guru. Not think that, okay, fine, the teacher will come to me and then I will learn. No, you should have that inquiry within yourself, that question, those questions within yourself, that what all I need to ask my Guru. Pariprashnena, have questions with humbleness, not to check that, okay, fine, I have read and I will show my Guru that that Guru is wrong. No, not like that. With humble inquiries, with the feeling to learn something. Sevaya, with rendering service. During those days, what used to happen? The students used to go to Guru with Samit Pani. What is this Samit Pani? They never used to go empty-handed. They used to carry Samit. Samit means Samidha, because there was Havan used to be conducted and those sticks was required for doing the Havan, and that stick required for the Havan is called Samidha. So that the students used to take that gift for the Guru. That used to be called Samit Pani. Right. So now when you go with these kind of approach, now maybe that you will not carry Samit Pani for your teacher, but you can carry some chalk for your teacher, isn't it? You can carry a pen for your teacher. So and with your, maybe you are not carrying anything, but what you are carrying respect within your heart, deep respect within your heart. That is the best gift which you can give to your teacher. That is the seva bhavna, that you want to, maybe your teacher is carrying some books from one class to the other class. You can tell your teacher that, can I help you? That is, you are giving your service mentality to your teacher. So when you do this, those enlightened teacher or the saint over here can impart you the knowledge, because they know the actual truth. They know the subject very clearly. So here the main thing is that have respect towards your teacher with humility, inquiry and attitude, that is of service attitude. These are the basic requirement to be a good student. Now coming next, if I ask you who is your best friend, and if I tell you if these are your best friends, these five are your best friends, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, J.K. Rowling, Mukesh Ambani, think that what will happen? Let me tell you, you will become like them. You will become famous like them. You will become popular like them. You will become rich like them, because you will borrow their mindset, because you are average of your five best friends. It is said, it is very popular quote, that you are average of your five best friends. Therefore, your parents keep on telling you that mind your friends, because you become what your friends are. Now, if your friend is a singer or loves singing, very soon you too might start loving singing. So this is, friends' habits are so infectious. Think, if book is your friend, then you will become like that book. You will develop that mindset of that book. If I ask you who can give you the best advice in your life to make you successful, of course, the successful people. But unfortunately, they don't have so much of time to come to you personally and give you advice. But they have written books for you that is available for your advice. Now you need to approach the book, pick up the book, read it for yourself, and get enlightened. Get that best advice that is stored in some or other book for you. Who are the smartest creatures on the earth? Okay, you might give several answers, but let me tell you, bookworm today are the smartest creatures on the earth. But this is a joke. Please don't write it in your question paper, answer paper if it comes in your exam, because the research says that the smartest creatures on the earth are orangutans, chimps, bottle-nosed dolphins, African grey parrots. Now, coming to the personalities who have effective reading habits, great reading habits. So, every personality who has become popular, famous, or has done something in their life, or we are remembering them, they do have or had great reading habits. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he was a voracious reader. Mr. Ratan Tata, a good reader. Narayan Murthy, co-founder of Infosys. Indra Nui, the former CEO of PepsiCo. Amish Tripathi, the author. All were great readers. So great readers make great leaders. So if you want to be a leader, become a great reader. Now, story time. Most of you might have heard the story, but let us listen to the story from a different perspective. Vyasji, when he thought of writing this Mahabharata, he wanted a writer because he thought that thinking and writing, doing all at the same time, will be really a challenging task for him. And so he thought, why not to collaborate with someone that while he narrates the story, somebody else can write for him. So he was suggested the talented name of Ganesha. So he approached Ganesha, and Ganesha told that, fine, I will write, but there is a condition. The condition is that you will not stop in middle. The moment you stop, I will quit writing. Now Vyasdev ji was a guru and he knew how to manage people. So he told Ganesha, no problem, but I too have a condition. Ganesha said, yes, what is your condition? So Vyasji said, my condition is that you will write only when you have understood what I have spoken completely. You will contemplate, you will understand, and then you will write. Ganeshi said, fine. And this is what Vyasji did. Vyasji narrated. Ganeshji started thinking about it, contemplating. Till then, Vyasji got that thinking time for himself to say the next part of the story. Now, what is important over here? It was the consistency which enabled both of them to complete this biggest epic Mahabharata. In reading, we need consistency. We will be sharing about the tips and techniques of reading in a short while, but understand that consistency is the real key. Now let us go to the psychological research that is called Stanford Prison Experiment. What is the Stanford Prison Experiment? There were few college students who were selected. Psychological test was taken on them to see that whether they are mentally, psychologically fit to take that experiment. It was found that yes, they were psychologically fit to take the experiment. Then some were made the prisoners, some were made the prison guards. Now they both were provided with a manual and certain instruction, and the guard were instructed that they have to behave in a cruel way with the prisoners. And the prisoners were instructed that they have to behave as if they were the real prisoners. So they read the manual, they followed the instruction, and it became so that they forgot that they were acting. The guards became as if they were the real guards, and they started torturing the prisoners. They were not the real prisoners, and the prisoners felt the real pain. It was so serious, so severe, that the experiment, which was supposed to be conducted for 2 weeks, it had to be abruptly stopped within 6 days because of the ethical issues. So this is what happens when you are feeding yourself with bad materials, with negative materials. So you need to be very, very cautious on what you read, because you become what you read. Your personality gets created slowly, gradually, with the reading material which you are engaged in. Therefore, you need to be really cautious about which book you pick up for yourself. Now, let me give you the formula for effective reading. The formula lies in the word reads. R. Reflect on purpose. You need to know that what is your purpose of reading. Is the purpose for entertainment? Is it for fun? Is it for just some surface knowledge? Is it for your long-term gain? That is long-term retention. You want to retain it for your exam or maybe for your entire life. So you need to know your purpose. Second is engage actively. Whatever you are reading, you need to engage yourself actively. And to engage actively, you need to take care of your environment. That what is your environment like? Your environment should not be distractive, like dog barking, or maybe your TV, or maybe video games, or maybe some mobile phone is kept nearby. So these all will be distracted. You will be distracted, and you need to be engaged actively. For that, it's better if you can have a paper book is always beneficial, because paper book that will give you a feel of the book, texture, you can feel it, you can even get the smell of the book, which will activate your prefrontal cortex and will increase your short-term memory, and that gradually will make you a very good reader. Next is A. Read. R-E now A. A is allocate specific time. And it is said that morning time is the best time, because your mind is completely fresh, blank slate, because you have just woke up from your sleep, you have got a good rest. So morning time is the best time. You can start reading maybe one page every morning. If you are in a rush, half a page, but make it a morning time every morning. And then D is digest and reflect. Don't just scroll your eyes over the words that is on your book. You need to digest it and reflect over it. This is called progressive overload. What is this progressive overload? That is, today you are reading one page, tomorrow increase it to 2 pages, then to 10 pages, and gradually you can make a daily goal of 30 pages per day. And also have multiple reading material. For example, there are some students who may keep on reading a novel, maybe not 30 pages, maybe 100 pages, but then will feel guilty that is not reading the textbook which he or she is supposed to read. Therefore, you can have daily goal like novel 5 pages, maybe some other knowledge based, fact based, that will be maybe 10 pages, and then the textbook, course book, maybe 20 pages. So you need to have your daily goal so that you can stick to your goal and you don't get diverted, and also you can track your daily goal, that how you are progressing every day, and have a hard-bound diary, hard copy diary, where you can write date wise that today what all you have read. And then last is S, that is spaced repetition. If you want, you need to learn it, you need to keep it in your memory for a long term. Therefore, you need spaced repetition. not for the fun-based material, not for the novels, but certainly there will be some material which will be requiring your space repetition, the ones which you are reading for your examination or maybe for your presentation. Maybe today you have read it, tomorrow read it again. Then after 3 days, read it again. Then give a space of 7 days, read it again. Give a space of 15 days, read it again. As and when you increase your space repetition, you will see that today to understand you will give in the first reading, you might have to give more time, but by the fourth reading, through your space repetition, your reading time will decrease and your understanding will increase immensely. So this is Reed's formula for your effective reading. Have this habit of one extra page every day. Maybe that you are tired, you're feeling sleepy, that one extra paragraph or one extra page, make it your habit and see that it will develop your endurance towards your reading. It will increase your capacity for your reading. So here our Kathanjali session, this session ends. That is how to be an effective reader. So I'm sure that you all will be engaged an effective reader, and remember this line, an effective reader becomes an effective leader. So to become a leader, start reading from today. Happy reading to all of you. Thank you.